Another raw video today, guys. So today I'm just going to discuss how I actually became a male model. A lot of people don't seem to believe that I'm actually a male model, but I've done jobs all over the world for Polo, CPS Chaps, which is huge in Thailand. Let's see, just Spa, and like tons of other like swimwear companies, stuff like that. But I'm just going to break down exactly how I got started so you can apply it to yourself. So it all started when I was a teenager. I was fresh out of high school. I was very lost. I didn't really know what to do. And I actually started by posting Instagram photos. So I would have me and my friends, we'd get together and we would take photos, just really aesthetic ones with the camera. We would edit them. I posted to Instagram. I started building up a following and I eventually got about 10,000. This was a long time ago, man. This was when I was like 18, 19. And that's kind of where it started. But then I still didn't get any modeling, anything. It's never something I've ever thought of. Like, guys, I never tried to be a model. That's the thing. Like, I never attempted to do it. I feel like anything in life, if you try too hard to make it happen, it's not gonna happen. That's just my belief. I had this friend from high school and she started blowing up as a model. She was going all over the world. She was on these cruise ships, hanging out with billionaires, crazy stuff. And then she just one day out of the blue, she was like, Austin, why don't you do modeling? And I'm just like, oh, I've never even thought about it. And so she's like, okay, I'm gonna hook you up with my agent. And the agent was in Florida, I was in Florida, it was only 2 hours away. So I'm like, all right, let's go up there, take some photos, start modeling. And at the time I had this long blonde hair. And that's what I did. So I got signed there, and then Miami, I started modeling in Miami, and I just didn't really see the potential in it. And like, I wasn't really asking to do crazier stuff, which I could have done. I could have said, hey, I want to go all over the world, I want to do this. But no, I just stuck in Miami with this same look. And the thing with modeling, guys, it's all based off your portfolio. So for example, this look, if you were to change it, now you might not get booked jobs if you change up your look, which is why you notice, go on my YouTube, I usually have a very consistent look over the past couple of years. So there were some life changes. I didn't have anywhere to stay at the time, so I had to actually move back to my hometown after modeling in Miami for a while. So I was stuck in my hometown for a couple of years. And where I'm from, there's no modeling, there's no opportunity like that. So obviously after a couple of years, like there was just this fire inside of me. I had to leave my hometown again. The goal wasn't specifically to model, but I thought it would be cool. So I actually moved to Bali next, and that's whenever I kind of picked up the modeling again. So I moved to Bali, and then a couple years later, it was actually like 1 or 2 years, because I traveled all around the world before settling in Bali for like 2 or 3 years. But the second time I got back to Bali, I was discovered. Oh, I completely forgot. Pretty much, the reason I got signed in the first place, the first contract, was because I had my Instagram set up, because I had 10,000 followers, because I was showing my aesthetics, I was showing my physique, I was showing my fashion on the Instagram. Guys, your Instagram is literally your portfolio. If you want to get signed, if you want to get a girlfriend, if you want to get a freaking job, you need a good Instagram. People look at that. It's a billion times more important than your real life resume. Like, that is your resume for life. No one will hire you for anything if you do not have an Instagram. So if you're watching this, you want to become a model, you need an Instagram, you need your own photos. If you don't know how to take photos, I don't care, man. Start taking them. Just get it going. Get it started. That's what you have to do. Okay, the second time, going back to the photos, I would take these Tarzan type photos in the jungles in Bali, showing off my abs, my physique, just cool stuff. And then out of the blue, one of the biggest photographers in the world, he shot Tyga, he shot Paris Hilton, all these huge famous celebrities. Every single famous male model has shot with this guy. And he's like, hey, I want to shoot with you. I'm like, okay, sure, I don't care. So we shoot, and it's the most insane photos ever. And it just so happens that he actually owns a modeling agency as well. So I signed with his agency. He gets me placed in Bali with an agency there. So I start getting all these big jobs, Polo, stuff like that. And then I can use this portfolio to move to the next one. That's whenever I go to Thailand, start getting more and more contracts all over and just pretty much working all over the world. So that's the second time I got discovered. And once again, how else would he have found me if it was not for Instagram? I don't really believe in the belief when it comes to modeling to apply to agencies. A lot of you guys online, they'll say, oh, just apply to agencies. I've literally talked with my agent and they laugh at people who submit their own photos to agencies. Like, oh, I want to be a model, because models get discovered. So if you actually want to get into modeling, you want to get discovered, you need to actually start posting to social media, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. And if you have the look, then the opportunity will come. If you don't have the look, then you're still gonna build up a social media following. So it's a win-win either way, even if it doesn't work out for you. Now, to have the look, like I've always said, you gotta be lean. If you're not lean, you're not gonna be getting any modeling contracts. I obviously take it to the next level. Any casting I go to, I'm always the leanest guy there. I've got the best physique. I don't wanna sound cocky, but it's just kinda facts. Let's be real, man. Let's talk money, all right? You wanna make good money in the modeling industry. You wanna be the top model in the world. Let me prepare you. So if you want to be the top model in the world, you will have to sacrifice things you probably won't want to sacrifice. You've heard the rumors, all this stuff. They're true. If you want to be a top model, you got to kind of sell your soul in a way, which I'm not willing to do. So I'm willing to just have it as a side stream of income, which helps my public image, my personal branding with everything that I create. And so that's the main reason I do it. And then the money can be good. Like, for example, last month I had a job for Heineken. It was only 2 12-hour days and I got paid about $4,000 for it. $4,000 for 2 days out of the month of work, in addition to all my other streams of income. So it's just a supplementation. It's something I don't really take serious, but it's extra money at the end of the day, and it helps with my personal brand. So if you want to model, you got to build your personal brand. You need to build your social media, and you need the aesthetic of a model. Now let's go more into the aesthetic of the model. So you cannot look like a bodybuilder. You can't be super bulky. You can't have big traps. That's a no-no. You can't have big lats, a big back, big legs. What they want is going to be broad shoulders, developed upper chest, a strong chiseled six-pack. You need a good jawline. Facially, I would say you need to be at least a 7 out of 10. You need to be clean shaven. By the way, any casting you go to, they're gonna tell you that you have to be clean shaven. You can't show up with a gnarly beard, some pubes all over your face. It's not gonna happen. You gotta pluck your eyebrows, make sure they look good. You need a solid skincare routine. And you need the haircut that literally every single male model essentially has, which is this, but just a little bit shorter. I would say every male model, on top, it comes down to like their eyebrows. This way, it can be styled into anything. I just have it longer because it's a part of my look, man. I've created this look over the past 3 years. It's been very consistent, so I'm just gonna roll with it. The only thing that's changed is I used to have curtains, now I just do this fringe. But whenever I go to castings, I just revert back to my old curtains, and it looks good. So that's how to become a model, man. Build your social media, build the look. If you will get discovered, you will get discovered, but don't try too hard. Focus on other life things, and don't take this as a serious career path. It's not. If you get some jobs, it's cool. It's a nice side stream of income. You can say, oh, that was me. I was in a Heineken commercial in 2024 when I was young, but that's kind of the end of the day, man. It's not that serious, but that's it. I love you.